This is Mark, and today we're doing an unboxing from the new PICO 4, which just came out yesterday, and I bought it and it today arrived. So without further ado, let's do the unboxing. And we see here PICO 2, PICO 2, what am I saying? PICO, it's just PICO. And yes, alright, let's open this. So this is actually the China version. The China version. This is the Asian version, or the mainland version in China. So what I figured out actually when I went online is that probably I can't even buy any games in the headset itself because, okay, so here we go, the PICO 4. And then, yeah, let's get it out of the box. And it's actually surprisingly similar to the Quest 2's box. I don't have it here. So the new thing is actually, or the upgrade also in the app that you can use from the phone, but also from the headset itself. Also play games that you can play on the Quest 2. So this is quite interesting. But as I said, I bought the mainland version. So that means I can only use all these games and download these games if I have a Chinese ID, which of course I don't have. So this is due to the fact that China wants to restrict younger people from buying the wrong games, obviously, but also they want to restrict people playing too long times, also people, minors. And yeah, I don't know if this is a good thing or is this a bad thing. You guys let me know. But let's see what we have there. Okay, great. So let's just pull it out here. This is what we do, you know, pulling things out. So then here, this is actually really nice. I like the design because, you know, like the bottom seems to have like this edge, so it's not just like a box to the end, but it has like this gap here, and then they have this. It's almost like a podest, you know, and then this engraved logo here. When I go over this with the finger, actually it's pretty nice. Because it's probably supposed to be like that. So I just pull it up like that. And this is what we are presented with. Let's put the headset aside for a minute and take back the podest, as I called it. No, that is actually the top part. So the only thing that we see in here, this is nice. You can just like pull it up here with the finger. And then we have probably the charger and some other stuff in here. Let's see what's inside. So this is probably the manual. So this is what I really don't understand, because I was on the website and I was on the store, the official store that sells it here in China, and they told me you bought the mainland version. So if that is the mainland version, why then this one is like in English and in Chinese? You know, there should be like an option how I can turn it into English, or like pay for games with an international account. Not a rubber gecko, but a protection thing that is like on top of the foam, of the face foam, that is like in this. So this is the nose part. We know that from the Quest 2 actually. And I can tell you directly that this is just an attachment that you probably have to attach to the phone. Okay, and then we have the charger here. So this is our charging brick. And we have a watch. Just kidding, no, this is the charging cable. Yeah, what we don't have here, what they actually sell separately, is the link, the PC link. You also have to purchase that separately. So what is this? So this is probably like these are the two handles, and then they come around the controllers so they don't fall off, or when you release your controllers, then they will not fall off. Back here to this nice platform, as I call it, and this is very interesting. It's very nice, really nice design. So it's a nice presentation. I always like if you have like products that come in this kind of presentation. I can also just like grab it here and then pull it up, and I already feel that this one is so much lighter than the Quest 2. This is absolutely amazing. Like, now that I see this the first time, I just saw it on the pictures or on their website, you know. Especially the part that is like here in front, you can see that this is so much slimmer now than the Quest 2's design. And now if I bring back the Quest 2 and you have this here now side by side, you actually see what I mean, you know. So the part where the top part comes actually together with the headset itself, or where the screen is inside and so on, you know, you see the difference is so much bigger, and it's just amazing. It's almost like 50% less than it was before. And then also if you lift this up compared to this one, I would say, you know, even with the modifications, the Quest 2 is already quite light, but the major thing is, like, even if I hold it right here on this modified, you know, like this sits on top, so it protects your head a little bit better, or from like falling down. So if I hold this one here, and you see with my finger I can hold this in the center, and it balances already quite well. So what they did is basically also what they're gonna do with the Quest 3 is that they put the battery in the bag, so there is a much better balance now, not only because this one got thinner and it just gets a better weight distribution towards your face, no, but it is also distributed putting the battery in the bag. I mean, it's only a 5200 milliampere battery, so the weight is not that much. So if you compare this to a phone, usually you have like around 4000 to 5000 milliampere battery, and the phone just weighs a maximum of like 200 gram or up to like 250 gram. So if you think about this, where the technology actually goes towards is really these headsets now, they become very close to what we have today as phones. Last year I started to get into the VR world, and I made a presentation once when I was in high school, and we had a project where I talked about augmented reality and virtual reality probably like 15 years ago, and it is just amazing what the VR has come to and what it is today. That's why I was so excited when I bought my personal first VR headset and realized, okay, this is absolutely amazing what they have done here. They look very different. Actually, also the shape, you know, the total size in front, the diameter, what would you call it, the circumference, you know, is much slimmer right now. So if you know, already if I hold this onto my face, you can see actually it covers much less of my face than it was covering with the Quest 2. So another thing that I notice here is like the back here, the back foam, it's very rough. I would say, like, the material is it feels very hard. And I also, like, if I press this here, it's not very soft, it's not very good cushioned. So this is probably also because of the price. It's just like around, like here it's like 3000 RMB, and that is how much dollar? I don't know, $250? No, $400? Okay, I'm just showing it, you see a number somewhere here. So this seems very cheap. I have to be honest. This looks and feels very cheap, you know. So you do with this information whatever you want, but it's due to the price, you know. So they probably used like these cheap stickers, and I feel like if I would pull too fast and too hard, probably you would leave these stains, you know, these sticker stains, which are like so terrible to come off. Don't ask me why. Like, are they afraid like you getting this surface scratched? Like, I mean, this is super plasticky. This is so plasticky. It feels extremely cheap. It's almost like an extra attachment that wasn't there, and they just like thought like, okay, let's do this. Let's attach this back part. And there is like a rubber inside here that you can see, probably like connecting here the front screen with the back. But yeah, I've never seen a PICO actually before. It is a mass product. It is a product for probably a lot of people because it's very cheap and more like an entry model. They have just endlessly, why they have so many stickers here, it's just crazy. Let's peel this off here, because this is like the most beautiful part. If there's like some glass, or in that case it's probably not glass, it's definitely gonna be plastic or something, transparent plastic. And I think this could be a look into the future, so where they're gonna have like a pro version, or maybe the PICO 5 who has like several cameras underneath. We can already see like the center camera here, which is a RGB camera that actually lets you see through the same like the Quest 2, which also uses the cameras, but not as clear and clean as the PICO 4. So if you turn on the see-through mode, you can actually see your surrounding, and that is going to be very interesting. Also because I have a plan and a video that is going to come up where I gonna make an experiment. And what I can see directly is like these lenses are extremely large, like also compared to the overall size of the front part of this headset. It's just very tiny. It looks very unusual, almost like a children-sized underwater goggle for swimming and diving. Then what is also interesting is this material here. So it's not these fake, what they always use, like these fake leather kind of stuff, but it's more like a mesh material that they use here. I don't know if that is like very breathable, or if it has like any particular good function, but I can't imagine. It's probably gonna soak in with your sweat while you work all those games very, very quick. Basically, this is probably so we can like do a replacement here of the gasket itself, and this is always basically the same what we also have like with the Quest 2. You just like remove this, take it off, and then this is probably a more easy way to, I'm actually not quite, okay, alright, I'm sorry for not knowing that, but this is basically, if you wear glasses, you bring this one in, so it brings some distance from your eyes to the lens, so you have a little bit of a distance, so you can actually wear your glasses inside. And of course, Mark, you have to place it inside, because otherwise it makes no sense. So this is how we're gonna do it, placing it right here. This is how it goes, and then I have sitting this just like that over my beautiful face. What do you think? Nice, is it? So one thing that I just wanted to mention, and that probably is going to happen, is They claim to have a POV of 105 degree, but here's the thing. Since this product is designed in Asia and in China, this POV probably is always, in general, with any VR headset, varying quite a lot, because everybody's face is very different, and especially mine is where my eyes are sitting very deep in the head. So that means the distance from my eyes to the lenses itself is much smaller. The closer you are to the lenses, the more of a POV or field of view you can actually experience. So there is one thing that they did here is you can already see the shape and the curve of these of the cushion, and it's very sharp and very hard. Luckily my head is very narrow, so it's probably not that problematic, but usually if you have replacements or third-party cushions that give you a better field of view, the only thing they do is they carve off these side parts so you can actually push the cushion much closer to your eyes. So in that case it wouldn't help that much. So probably if there was a third-party cushion that would help me personally, it would be that they would need to carve off some part here, and that is much more difficult to do. In any way, I'm probably going to try this out, but this is going to be for another video. And I think for now we have done the unboxing. It's really not that much, except for that I forgot the controllers and they're still in the box. So I lift them up and that is it. So the controllers are actually very different to the controllers of the Quest 2. They're actually quite big. So if I take one controller here, you can already see we have this huge ring on top. So that is actually pretty good for inside-out tracking, which this headset also has, because you don't need any base stations with this. That's the whole point of like this kind of mobile version of VR headsets, and that's the way to go into the future with these headsets. I can already feel that there is something about these new controllers that I don't personally like that much, and that is like the kind of weight distribution it has now. I can understand why they did that, and they also explained it. Now they basically made these rings so you can bring your controllers much closer together. You know, if I would want to do that with these ones, it's just almost not possible, and there's always something that blocks the controllers from completely going together. So what they've done here is you can basically almost touch your fingers when you come that close together. The weight is actually now on top of my hands, and that feels very unbalanced now, and is just has this very unergonomic feeling, you know. I'm going to do a very crazy video with this, and I don't want to tell you too much, but thank you for watching the unboxing. And if you haven't subscribed and you want to see more of this stuff, then consider subscribing, and also click the bell notification, and write me some comments, like what do you think about this new PICO headset, from the design and how it looks like, and would you buy it if it comes out in your country? Thank you for watching, guys. I love you all. Stay tuned, and we will never miss each other again if you subscribe. Very cold. Okay, so if you subscribe, we're gonna see you. I gonna see you soon. You also gonna see me soon. What is with this table? It's like one time with professionals. Okay.